All right, thank you for joining. Today I would like to go over XRP USDT on the Binance chart. And as you can see here, this is going to be a very interesting one for us today. XRP, I mentioned before, was going to get to $1.25, right? I made a short about it. We were trading at 157 at the time. The lows was 125. We needed to fill that wick. And where did we go? Exactly right below it, even further down. So since I made that post, we have dropped about, let's see here, 25%. And from the lows, I believe it's around a 30% bounce from the lows to the highs. So target reached. Where do we think XRP is going next? Stay tuned, and I'm going to explain that to you coming up here. So clearly, like I mentioned before, XRP, the next major target for XRP, in my opinion, is still going to be around 70 cents, maybe even 60 cents, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the 50% of this is what gets tested this year, right? Which comes in at 58 cents. Still very bearish. We can get a little push to the upside. Would not be surprised if that happens. But overall, I'm still expecting this bear market to continue to push XRP to the downside. Expecting price to at least come up, maybe test that trend line one more time before finally targeting 60 cents area. Very bearish. Whole market's bearish. Bitcoin is finally getting a little bit of a pump after this massive sell-off. XRP is looking very interesting, right? So we swept those lows. Let's go ahead and readjust this, right? So right here, XRP swept these lows at 125. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Pumped up, still downtrend, hasn't taken out any 4-hour swing highs yet, but this is a very nice 30% pump to the upside, right into resistance. Expecting to get at least a little bit more of a pullback. I think price will most likely start to go up from here. And if it does, obviously we know what to do. Make sure you wait for your pullbacks. If you get an entry around there, stop loss below the low, aiming for at least the trend line, which is around 60% away. That's a very big move for XRP. So if you want to be conservative, maybe you aim for a, let's see here, maybe a 2-to-1 trade. If you enter around those levels, bringing you at around still 30% gain, targeting around 180, which does make sense. But I kind of like the 150, 166 area a little bit better. It hit the psychological area, $1.50. So with that being said, of course, there's going to be a lot of sellers looking to take profit on XRP at around $1.50. That's why we get this pullback, along with Bitcoin pulling back and the ES markets, SPY, S&P 500 market pulling back too as well. So XRP for me right now will most likely just be range bound for the next few days, definitely over the weekend since it's a Friday, right? I don't really expect any major price action to happen. I don't expect Bitcoin to pump or dump over the weekend. Of course, anything can happen, but I believe XRP along with Bitcoin might give you one trade setup over the weekend. And in my opinion right now, the next best trade setup is just to wait for a pullback before entering long and just aiming for some targets, which, would make sense right around here, some liquidity right here. And then the next target, in my opinion, would be, yes, somewhere around here, right? Which is around $1.96, $1.70, two clear targets. And if you do wait for that pullback on XRP, and let's just say you enter long here, similar like I said before, maybe you end up, there's a little pivot, you end up moving your stop loss, but target 170 to $2 area, take profits, because I do believe that any pump that happens now is just going to be another perfect shorting opportunity for XRP, in my opinion. That's what I'll be looking to do. Very interesting project. Price went up very fast, and when it goes up very fast, what happens? It usually comes down very fast as well. All right, major displacement this month, November 2024, and XRP is just looking to come back down and end up taking that out eventually. So very similar to like what you see here, right? Major pump, sell off, Took a few months here, corrected, pumped to the upside before selling off some more and then bottoming out and slowly grinding up. I believe something like that will play out for XRP2 as well. Pump back up to the upside, maybe even get to $2.50 before rolling back over and then finally targeting 60 cents, right? So that's my opinion on XRP. Remember to like and subscribe. Very quick video. Remember to follow me on X. I do post as often as I can. And leave a comment below if there's any projects you'd like to see me chart. I will definitely actually chart whatever you put in the comments because I don't have that many subscribers. So I'm going to read your comments. And if it's a project that seems worth charting, and it's not like, well, I'll just chart anything, to be honest. Even if it's a meme coin, throw it in there and I will definitely go over it. Or if there's another project you'd like to see me go over, I'll go ahead and chart that too as well. And yeah, remember to follow me on X. I try to post updates pretty often, right? So like and subscribe. XRP, looking to have a nice little bounce right now. Targets are still 60 cents. We want to see a nice push to the upside so that this way we can take a short trade back down to the lows with a major final target of around 60 cents. All right. Thank you for joining. Take care and goodbye.